I know you were thrown out of the Waterbury Shelter. Can you explain what you did was so wrong to get thrown out?
I went to wash my clothes to go to CNA training at the Labor Ready Department, and I needed to go the following day. I got thrown out because I wanted to use $10 out of savings that I had a lot of money saved, and they didn't want me to use $10 out of my savings to go wash clothes. But my caseworker was supposed to take me that whole 2 weeks, and she refused to take me the whole 2 weeks.
Who was your caseworker?
Anaj Thomas.
Anaj tries to write people up and goes out of her way to push buttons. I literally threatened her the other day because she said she was going to write me up because I said that I was told not to put a bag here because it was against fire code. So I put it where the person told me to put it. And Anaj and Wendy were like, they were just absolutely insane. And
Power trips. There are
well,
power trips.
well,
I
they
don't
are power
understand.
trips. I know Wendy got somebody killed a few years ago. I'm looking for that story. She threw him out of the shelter and he froze to death.
Oh my God.
I've been talking to people from 211 about all the abuse that comes from Naj and Wendy.
I'm going to therapy because of it. Footsteps. I'm about to start going to footsteps therapy because of all the abuse I've been going through.
But you basically needed $10 from your savings. How much
my
was your
savings.
savings?
I had about 800 at the time.
So $10 to wash your
To
clothes.
wash clothes. $5 to wash 2 loads and $5 to dry.
And it's $10. All right. It's not easy to wash your clothes. You have to get in line here at you have to be here at 8:00.
And I was telling her the whole 2 weeks before, take me to the CHD so I didn't have to spend any money. But I just wanted to get my life together, and they knew that. And
Well, you were
I
trying to go,
panicked.
but you what you told me off record, I want on record. You were it was a CNA job, right?
Yeah, training.
Training,
Yeah,
and you
to
wanted,
reinstate my license. That I already have my license, but it's going to reinstate it.
yeah. What's
So that
in,
meant a lot to me.
it did, and it's enough to get you back on your feet. And Naj literally threw you out because you took $10 of your own money.
Suspended for 6 months. 6 months, but
And there's
if
no-
If it was
and-
2 weeks, I wouldn't want to go back.
Well, no, it's the people who've been thrown out. Some of them they're better off thrown out.
Yeah.
But it's the people, because they closed down Hamilton Park, and you know how they blackmail the women because they won't give a woman a tent. They tell
They wouldn't give me a tent here.
no, they wouldn't. They sat there and they said there's bugs up there and everything
Yeah,
else.
they discouraged me, but then I said I have to do it. I have to.
But
do
you
it.
got your tent from a preacher, right?
No, they wouldn't give me any tent here. I kept trying, and they kept saying they're going to make an office in check, and they had come to ask one. They have tents for everyone else, but
No, everybody. It's the only
these
people
for the men.
for the men and women
Yeah.
who have a boyfriend. They will not give a tent to a woman.
They kept asking me,
but they-
where are you going to put it? Are you going to put it in the family's backyard? That's what they wanted me to do. Put it in a family or friend's backyard. Which I
Right.
didn't have.
Yeah,
means
if you
to
don't
do
have that luxury. But here's the other question I want to ask you. When you tell this story about the abuse of power that Naj did to you, does anybody willing to help you?
Well, Amanda from the CAM program, she knows that a lot of bad things go on there, and she tries to get people back in through Megan, and Megan argues with her all the time. She doesn't like the back and forth. She said Megan's really rough, and she knows a lot of people have been suffering, getting thrown out. She tries her best.
There's, well, I know I watched Wendy throw a woman out. It was insane. The first day I was there, she was in the bathroom. It was like 4 a.m, and then somebody wanted to go to the bathroom, so they went and got Wendy. Wendy banged on the door. She came out, And she's standing in front of Wendy, not saying a word, not saying anything. She came out later than she wanted to. It's 4 a.m. And Wendy said, I'm taking your silence and you standing there as a threat. And threw her out.
What?
Mm-hmm. Cece got thrown out because Naj refused to give her passport and her social security number. And then she said that it was because Carmen's on vacation. She needed her passport and her social security number for a job interview or some kind of paperwork that she needed for the next day.
See what they did?
And then they literally they literally push buttons. They absolutely said, there's too bad. Naj was like, too bad you're not getting your paperwork. And she's like, I need it for tomorrow, her passport and her social security. Naj is like, fine, I'm calling the cops and trespassing you. And
That's what they do.
Oh yeah, they do. She never yelled or had a problem or anything. It was the most ridiculous.
That's what they did to me. Alex told me, he said, I said, well, I'm going to leave because I see that I'm not going to get anything done here today. He won't give me my clothes to go and wash them myself. After half the 10 hours, won't let me back in to get my clothes.
I wonder if it was your clothes that they threw away.
Please have my cigarettes. No, I'll take my clothes with me. I said, please get my cigarettes at least so, just to calm me down when I'm out here. I take my pack of cigarettes. He said, wait there, I'm going to go get them. Give me 15 minutes. Those 15 minutes that I was waiting for him to give me my cigarettes, they were calling the cops.
Oh, they called the cops on you for it?
Cops. And I was sitting there literally waiting for cigarettes. And they told the police that they told me to leave several times, which they did not.
Oh, no, that's exactly what they did to Cece. Cece was asking her paperwork. And who was the one who called the police on you?
Megan.
Megan did.
Yeah. Yeah.
All because you wanted $10?
I wanted to wash my clothes. It's sad.
And the worst part about it is when you tell these stories, all the other
ridiculous,
well, it's not.
True.
It is true. Trust me. I've seen it with my own eyes and everything else. But they get a fortune for everybody that's in there. And the problem is none of these nonprofits are really helping anybody. What they're doing is farming poverty. They look for the people who are on drugs, the people who are, and then they put them into another program that fails, and then they put them back outside, homeless with no real support, and then they're surprised when they fail, So the only thing they could do for you is hold your money.
Don't help you unless you have like a dual diagnosis.
Right.
Homeless and on drugs.
Or homeless and a disability, and a severe mental disability. So.
It is ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. Thank you so much. I only film shoes, and I am going to put this online.
Get the other shoe in there.
No, it doesn't matter. I do that because most of the people who I've met that've been homeless here in Connecticut, I had met a guy who ran as a state representative. I met a LPN. There's like 2 CNAs over at the shelter right now sleeping there. I've met people who are living in tents who went to their job every day as putting tires on cars. And the problem isn't so much what it used to be, which was drugs and everything else. The problem is the housing here is the landlords don't want to rent to you unless you have Section 8 or something because they get a guarantee. And the working poor is being forced out. Half the people I met at the shelter, they're over 55. They've been thrown out by their kids. One came from New York because her kid was stealing from her, So, it's just, and they don't realize it. And then on top of it, we have these nonprofits who are stealing. They're absolutely stealing all the money to pay each other, and they're heartless about it. So, but there is a police report. What day was the police report when Megan called?
This had to be back in May.
So in May. So it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, back in May. And then they were holding my mail there, all my government mail. So if I was to need a letter from Social Security or the state that I had to do a redetermination, I wouldn't know. It was just a lot. I credit cards, my cash app cards, all that stuff that came in, they wouldn't give it to me. So I had to wind up, after 2 months of them holding my mail, I don't want to say, how I found out, but when I finally went there, I had to take a police escort with me to get it because they wouldn't give me everything.
Right. So you had to get a police escort just to get your mail.
Yeah.
After they got rid of you for the $10.
Yeah.
No, it is horrendous there. It is absolutely horrendous at this place. And they get a fortune of federal and state and tax dollars. The nonprofits here in Connecticut get $33,000 per head.
Help people.
They're not helping people. Not at all. All right, I'm going to say goodbye. I'm going to post this online. This will be the raw one. And then what I do is I might cut little pieces out and do shorts. All right? Thank you so much.
You're welcome.